This is just a basic information about antiviruses. And today we have a lot of information in YouTube and configurations and other things, but we just try to understand in a basic. So antivirus, so what is basically going to protect? Is going to protect against the known computer viruses. So if that antivirus application doesn't know about the new viruses which is coming in, it cannot protect. It can only protect from the known viruses, which is already known. Similarly, malwares and pivots. Let's understand it a small difference at a high level. A virus is malware is spyware. So virus is just like your fever, cough, coronavirus, like dengue. What are these things? They keep spreading. So if I get a malaria, so there's a possibility that within my family, one more person gets infected with malaria. It is basically infectious. It means it affects me and as well as the other people are surrounding to me. So it keeps spreading. Similarly, virus in a computer, it is going to damage the computer, and at the same time, it is going to enter into the other computer which is there within your network and try to damage the other system also. That's what we call as a viruses. If you look at malwares, so we call lung cancer, we call like in breast cancer, we call some gastric cancers and all these things. Cancers, they won't spread from one person to another person. A cancer will only harm that particular person and specific organ within the body. Similarly, in computers, these malwares, what happens is they'll try to destroy that computer, take away the data, change the data, alter the data, bring the system down, like these kind of things, what we call as malwares. But the malwares, they don't spread on their own. So they try to sit in the computer and try to keep. So as you see a cancer, the cancer, what will happen there? It take 2 to 3 years of time to get to know that we have a cancer because it slowly starts killing in the internally. And once the organ is unbearable, then we come to know that, okay, something worst is happening in the body. Similarly, spyware, you see spyware, these are very, very dangerous. So someone sitting on my system and capturing all the keystrokes and all the activities which I'm performing on my PC. What is that if someone gets to capture my email ID and a password? Now, from anywhere, he can try to open my email account and password and have a lot of confidential information over there he can take out. Similarly, he can understand what I'm trying to do, what websites I'm going there, my bank login details, and whatever I enter on the PC, it's going to capture it. So we have to be very cautious with the spywares. So that's where we see these antivirus applications will protect from the known viruses, the known malwares, and known spywares. It also does email protection. So what does the device email protection? We see a lot of spam mails. I send a link saying that, hey, you won $1,000. Click on this link to claim your $1,000 bonus. When I click on that link, it is going to download a virus or a malware or a spyware and going to install on my PC. We see a lot of things happening on mobile devices where people are hitting on some links and their amount is getting debited in their bank account using a phone pay or something like that. So this email protection, so when an email is being received, this antivirus application can read the email content, can understand, okay, within the content, are there any kind of viruses or any kind of malicious links or hyperlinks or anything content? Then it can be protect from delivering to the user, opening where the user cannot open that. Device access. So as an organization, I'm providing a laptops to the users. The users go home and they start working on that, but they have a pen drive. They insert a pen drive. The pen drive has already some virus, then it can get into this one. So I don't want the users to access the devices like USB drives, pen drives, or whatever we call it as an external devices. Where inserting onto my, there's possibility of that the users can copy the data into a pen drive. Now this antivirus application can help you in protecting from the connecting the unknown devices to your system. That way your device is being protected. And similarly, website accesses. Today, the antivirus applications are matured enough that, okay, the organizations can see that, okay, if the user is working from home also, and the user is using home internet, but still I want to control that what websites he can access even from the home. Can he access Gmail? Can he access a Facebook? Can he access an Instagram? Can he access an adulterated sites like these kind of things? So whether the user is part of our network or not part of the network, wherever is part of the corner of the world, by applying this website access controls, we can restrict them to that level. Okay, that's where we can see called as an antivirus plays a crucial role. Okay, so that is the reason why whenever a new system is being bought into the network or into our house or anything, so we install an antivirus application so that we are immediately protected from the internet threats. Because the first thing we do is then we connect the system to the internet to access the internet. But the moment we connect our laptop to an internet, it means that we are unsecure. Okay, so we have to ensure that we have installed the antivirus application immediately. So there are many vendors who are providing these antivirus applications for mobile devices and systems running Windows, Mac, and Android, iOS kind of things. So I just put up here a very few list. It all depends on organization to organization and the kind of features required within the antivirus application. And they can choose that like the vendors like McAfee, ESET, Symantec, Norton, Sentinel-1, Malwarebytes like Microsoft Defender, then Kaspersky. There are some kind of leading, I would say, called as in the uh, antivirus vendors, but there are so many other vendors are available. Some 100 plus vendors are providing antivirus applications, but it is all depends on organization to organization and user to user and what kind of device we want to protect it. Okay. So what happens now? So you can choose whatever the product which you wanted based on the cost and various requirements. Now, there are, when we are implementing antivirus application, so we see three different things. Individuals, maybe for a home users, or maybe a small organization having some 5 to 10 computers, 5 to 10 users. Now we want to protect them. So we install the antivirus application on each and every device. We install an antivirus application. So every application on each and every device. So what these AV application will do? So it is going to protect this particular PC against the known threats. But what happens every day? There are new threats, new viruses are coming in. Then how it is going to protect? Because, okay, the existing viruses protection is fine, but what about the new viruses which are coming in? So what these antivirus product like Kaspersky or Symantec or Microsoft will do is, and they keep on updating the new viruses information in their own servers, their own servers. So what these applications will do is, and on a regular basis, they go to the Symantec antivirus or whatever the antivirus product, and they keep updating themselves and saying that, okay, what are the new viruses which are being found? Let me know it. So what happens every day, these applications will go to the vendor website and understand automatically that, okay, what are the new viruses found, I can protect it. So that way what happens is, and if there are 10 systems, these 10 systems will directly go to the antivirus product vendor website and they get downloaded. So we need to ensure that the installing an antivirus application is not sufficient. And we need to make sure this antivirus application will go to regularly to the antivirus website, that is product website, and downloads the latest viruses. So that way, we need to ensure that all the time the antivirus application which is installed on the end device is being up to date. But this is ideally suitable for small organizations which is running like 5 to 10 computers or 10 or individuals like home workers who just want to protect one or two devices, they can do it. But here what happens is we don't have any controls additional. So if you want to put a separate controls for each and every device, I cannot do it. Okay. So when you go to the other strategy called as an organization, so where they have some 300 plus systems or 1,000 systems within the network, then how do we basically manage that? Okay. Now we get something called as an antivirus server application. So these product vendors will provide some application called as an antivirus server application. So within the network, we deploy this application, antivirus server application, on one of the devices. On each and every device, we install antivirus application. So it is going to provide, this antivirus server application is going to provide a client application, and we install this antivirus application on each and every antivirus. So what is the advantage of this one? Now I have 1,000 computers. All these 1,000 computers running an antivirus application will not go to the antivirus product website and download the new viruses. All these 1,000 applications, the systems will go to the antivirus server. The antivirus server will provide all the updates to all these computers. So what is the advantage? Only antivirus server application will regularly go to the antivirus product, check for the new viruses and information, download that information, then push it back to all these 1,000 devices which are in the network. So now those 1,000 devices, no need to download from internet. So you can save bandwidth cost. Second thing is then we can define controls. What are those controls? I can say that, okay, laptop 1, laptop 2. These are mobile devices. I can protect from the device like an USB device. And mobile device, I can protect from certain spywares. And I can say antivirus application, desktops, which I can protect from. So we can have different kind of policies in place for each and every, I would say, set of computers. So we can centrally manage all the controls, configurations in a antivirus server application. This is the best method what we were following it from so many in the many organizations. Okay, because from here we'll also come to know that, okay, there are 1,000 computers. Which are the computers not up to date in the last 30 days of time? Which computers are not up to date in the last 10 days of time? Okay, so what happens now? For some reasons, the antivirus application sitting on this desktop is not communicating with antivirus server for last 30 days. It means that this application, this device is not up to date protected. So we need to ensure that all these devices, so that way we can keep control of that, whether the devices are running the latest antivirus definitions and they are being protected with the latest system. That way it makes easier. Now, what is the challenges with this setup? Now, today work from home came into concept. Remote works came, people roaming from one country to another country for a period of like a months. Now, maybe users working from home, they don't come to the network, they don't come to the office. Now they cannot access this antivirus server application, they cannot communicate. Now, how are we going to protect those things? Now, there are users who roam, basically, they travel a lot, like salespeople or from the business people. They travel from a lot, like 3 or 4 months, they don't come to office. Now, how are we going to protect their lessons? So, I install the antivirus application on their laptop, but this application doesn't have the latest virus information. It means that that system is not protected with latest. But when people are at home or anything, we can still do that. That is where we give into something called as cloud-based. Cloud-based. Now, this antivirus server configurations are moved into the cloud. That is your internet. So now I can have configurations, everything at the cloud level. Now my organization's laptops having all these things and they go to the cloud and they get updates on the cloud. Because today's, if you go back to the couple of years, bandwidth, internet bandwidth is very a challenge. And that is the reason why we were forced to come to the offices and work from home because of the connectivity issues. Now today, we see that the internet is become cheaper and available everywhere. Even at the remote forest also you have the internet connectivity and available because of the mobility. It has become cheaper. Now, what is the advantage of this cloud-based? So you can have a cloud-based antivirus product. The server is being sitting on a cloud and you are installing antivirus application on the individual devices and they go to the cloud and get the latest virus information on a daily basis. Now, what about the workers from home? So we can install this application. And this, when the user turns on his desktop or anything, the antivirus application can directly go to the cloud-based antivirus product and gets the latest virus information and configurations. So I can apply a policy over here. Hey, the users who have been working from home, they cannot go to the go to the adult sites. They cannot visit the social media sites, all these things. So I can create like in policies. And for similarly, for like roaming users who are roaming from one country to another country, but I have to ensure that his laptop is being protected from latest because he's roaming, he's sitting in a hotel somewhere where there is no security. Now some virus entered into his laptop. Now he comes and puts into the office network, the entire office gets infected. Now, how are we going to protect all these things? That is where we see called as the cloud-based antivirus applications, okay, will help us. So it all depends on organization to organization. It also could be like there could be multiple organization branches. Now, all these branches can communicate with the cloud-based. Okay. So based on the need-to-need basis, so you can choose a server sitting on your environment or you can choose the cloud-based. If a small organizations, then you people can basically implement these ones. So that way, you can do that. But based on the product to product, okay, you can choose the installation guides. So a lot of material is available on YouTube and how to configure a Sentinel, how to implement that policies, like all these things. But I don't want to go into that deep, just to give you that what are the best practices in terms of protecting your systems mobile. So make sure that whenever you get a new laptop or new mobile device, okay, so try to purchase the antivirus application for your mobile device and install it. Make sure that your mobile device, because today, more than a laptop, we are working on a mobile device because we are doing banking transactions. We are doing a lot of financial transactions or using the like a phone pay or like an GP or something like that. Because so your bank is connected to mobile. So someone gets into your mobile device, he can transfer money and everything. Make sure that the people are protected. So you can subscribe to this Acute Learn channel, and I put a lot of content related to Azure, and I'm keep updating that in terms of security. Also, you keep updates. You can learn basic fundamental things on Azure and other things.